Welcome into the video. I'm your tech guy Wayne, and today I'm bringing you my full new user guide on the Samsung Galaxy Tab A9 Plus. I've shot a ton of videos on this tablet, and I've basically taken them all and putting them in one video that I call my new user guide. That's going to help you get up to speed with using this tablet. Just about everything you'll need to know to use this tablet you'll find in this video. I'll start with a beginner's walkthrough and show you how to navigate the tablet. After that, I'll go over some tips and tricks, some helpful things to know and cool things you can do with the tablet. Then I'll show you how to take a screenshot and how to print. After that, we'll move into how to troubleshoot the tablet in case your touchscreen isn't working properly. And finally, I'll end with a how to factory reset the tablet when it's time to move on and pass it to someone else. So make sure you watch all the way to the end so you don't miss any important information. Also, keep an eye on the bottom left corner of the screen. I'll be flashing some cool accessories that go with this tablet, so definitely check that out. You may find some cool cases, a charger, or even a screen protector to go with your tablet. All right, without further ado, let's jump into the video. Let's start with just a tour of the device. At the very top of the tablet, you'll find the power standby button right here. Then you'll find the volume up and the volume down. If we flip it over, this is the bottom of the tablet. You'll see these three little pins. Now this is a connector for a dock. Samsung makes a dock that you can connect the tablet to. There are cases that it'll dock to, and there's also cases that have keyboards as well. So definitely I'll link some of those down in the description below. And to the right here, you'll find the SIM card tray. This is where your SIM card goes. You can also add a micro SD card to expand your storage as well. And I'll link a few options to expand your storage on screen as well. This is the bottom of the tablet here. This is a USB-C. If you ever need to replace your charging cable, you need to look for a USB-C charging type. And to the left of that charging cable, you're gonna find a jack for a headphones. You can plug in your auxiliary headphones right here. Okay, that's our tour of the exterior of the tablet. Now let's talk about how to sign into the tablet. This is gonna be what's called your lock screen. And when the screen goes dark, you can simply tap the screen twice to wake it up, and then take your finger and just drag it across the screen, and that's how you get into the tablet. This is the home screen, and in the bottom right corner you'll find these three buttons, which is going to be your recent apps button, your home button, and your back button. These are the main three buttons you'll be using to navigate the tablet. Now, one thing you'll notice is that the screen is going to go dim fairly quickly, which can be a little frustrating. So I want to show you a quick tweak on how to keep that screen on longer. You're going to swipe up, just take your finger on the home screen and drag it up the screen like this, and look for the settings wheel, which is right here. Go to display on the left side, swipe up, and find where it says screen timeout, and we're going to change this to either 2 minutes or 5 minutes. This will keep the screen on longer, and you won't have to touch the screen every 30 seconds to keep it awake. So definitely a very useful tweak that will make your life a lot easier. Let me go over how these three buttons work, because you're going to be using these buttons a lot. So we'll start with the center button, which is the home button. And all this button does is it takes you back to this screen, the home screen. If you open up one of these little programs or applications, if you want to get back to this screen, you have to hit that button. Now throughout this video, I'll be referencing the term apps. I just want to explain quickly what that means. So computers have programs, tablets have applications, or apps for short. So when I say apps, just think of how computers have programs, tablets have apps or applications. So when you open up one of these little applications and you want to get back to your home screen, you hit the home button. For example, if I open up Google Chrome right here and I want to browse the internet, so the first time you open it, it'll ask you to just accept a few things. You'll hit yes to sync, and you'll press got it. And after that, it'll take you to your web browser where you can browse the internet. Well, when you finish browsing, you can simply press this home button here to take you back to the home screen. And that's all this button does. No matter what you're doing, it takes you right back to this home screen. Now to the right, you'll find what's called the back button. The back button takes you back one step. Now, I'm going to go back to the settings because we just went here to make this little tweak to the display, right? Now let's say I make this tweak to the settings and I want to go back one page in the settings app. I can use this back button right here to take me back one step, and I can press it again. If you keep pressing it, it'll take you out of the app, but essentially it's meant to just take you back one step. If I were to go to any of the other options in here, if I went to advanced features, and then I went to multi-window, and then I selected this, well, now I'm 3 pages deep into the menu. If I just want to go back one page, back button, you can press it again. It'll keep taking me back one step until, if there's nowhere else to go, then it takes you out of the app altogether. So that's in short what the back button does. Lastly, we have what is called the recent apps button. When you open up one of these little apps here, for example, we just opened Google Chrome. If I hit the home button, this application is still running in the background. I just simply went back to the home screen. So if I tap on the recent apps button, this will show me all the apps that are running on the tablet. And now if I actually want to close it because I'm finished using it, I'm going to swipe up or drag my finger up the screen like this. And that's how you close the programs or the apps out on the tablet. And if you hit close all, this will close them all at one time. That'll keep your tablet running nice and smooth and quick. So that's a brief rundown of just navigating the main screen. Okay, next, let's go over another really important part of the tablet, which is called the notification panel. By swiping down from the top of the screen, it's going to bring up this menu that you're going to find 2 important things in. One, notifications from all the apps on your tablet. So for example, if you have Facebook on your tablet and you get a new friend request or a message, it's going to show up in this section right here. If you get a new email, it's going to show up in this section. Anything that has to do with the apps on the tablet, whenever a new message comes through, they always show up through here. This is kind of like your one-stop shop to see all the important things that are coming to your tablet. I have YouTube and I watch YouTube a lot, so I'll get recommendations for new videos. So all of that comes through this section. And for example, if I want to click on this YouTube video here to watch it, I'll just tap and it's going to take me right to YouTube and right to that video. So that's what you find in this menu here. At the top here, you'll find switches, which are shortcuts to the most frequently used settings on the tablet. So for example, here is your Wi-Fi switch. If you want to connect to your home Wi-Fi network, or you're at a Starbucks and you want to connect to that network, you need to make sure that this is lit up. Right now, I just turned off the Wi-Fi. If I tap it again, you'll see it's lit up in white, and that means my Wi-Fi is on. And if I want to connect to a network that I'm close to, I'm going to take my finger, hold down for 1 second, and it will bring up this menu. And here it'll show me all the available Wi-Fi networks that I can connect to. And from here, you'll simply select one. It'll take you to this screen, and then you'll simply enter the password of that network. This button will light up, you tap it, and then it'll allow you to go right into that network and connect to it. So that's for Wi-Fi. Now, we also have a switch for Bluetooth. Same thing, if we long press it for 1 second, it'll put your tablet into the pairing mode, and it'll be looking for any new Bluetooth devices. For example, Bluetooth headphones, a speaker, a keyboard, a mouse, and then you can connect to it right from there. This button here is for the volume of the tablet. So right now, if this is lit up, it means that the sound is on. If I get a new notification, it'll come through here. Now, if I tap it and it's grayed out, that means that the sound is now turned off. So if I get a notification, the tablet's not going to make a noise. I have to turn this back on first to make sure that the sound is on. You also have your rotation lock here, airplane mode, and your hotspot switch as well. Now watch this. If I swipe down, the list will get bigger and I have even more options here. There's a power saving mode you can turn on to stretch your battery and kind of turn off things that are not super essential to the tablet. There's a do not disturb, all kind of other things. So play around with this menu to see all the different shortcuts you have in this section. You'll also find your brightness bar that you can use to adjust how bright or dim the screen is. If I drag this down, it will bring the brightness down. And if I drag it up, it'll make the screen brighter. Okay. And then in the upper right corner, you'll have this little settings wheel, and that's a shortcut to get to the main settings menu that has all the different settings for the tablet. So this is a great shortcut, swiping down, and you'll know you always have your shortcut to settings right there. Okay. Now watch this. If I swipe down twice, it's going to give me this button here. Also, this is a power button, and this is actually how you power the tablet off. If I tap on this, it'll bring up my power menu, and I can simply restart the tablet by tapping the green button, or tap this gray button and it will turn the tablet off completely. So those are just a few of the things you'll find in this notification panel here. And this brings us to the end of our tour of the tablet and kind of all the things you need to know about navigating the tablet. Next, let's talk about how to download apps onto the tablet. So on the main screen, you have your Play Store. And the Play Store is basically your one-stop shop. This is where you find programs, apps, games, different things for the tablet. Now, if there's something you want to download, for example, I want to download a solitaire game for my tablet. If I tap on this search button here, it's going to bring up the keyboard and allow me to begin searching. I can either type in solitaire, and as I start typing, it'll begin to recommend some suggestions, and I can just tap on solitaire here, and then it'll show me a list of available solitaire games. Now, another cool tip is if I tap on that magnifying glass, but instead of typing the name of the app, if I just tap on this microphone in the upper right corner, I can say solitaire, and then it will also do a search. So that's a even faster way to search for apps. Sometimes you don't know the name of a specific app or game, and so being able to say it is a bit easier. Now, I'm gonna just tap on this first solitaire app here, and it'll always show you pictures of the app so you can see exactly what things look like. So I can tap on this picture and I can see what it looks like, and I can see if I like that layout. If I do, then I can download it. Now watch this. This blue install button, by tapping that, it's going to start downloading that game to the tablet, and then it will install it for me. Now, if you ever see that blue install button, but instead of it saying install, it has a price, that means that it's not a free app. You do have to pay for it. So just keep that in mind. Not every app is free. Some you do have to pay for. Now, once you download the app, we're going to hit our home button, go back to the main screen. And if I just swipe up on the home screen, it'll take me to what is called my app drawer. And this is where you'll find all of the apps on the tablet. So any new app that you download is going to show up on this screen right here. Our solitaire app is still downloading, but as soon as it's done, you're going to see it pop up right here next to the Uber app. So that's a quick rundown of just how to download an app to your tablet. Now, if you want to move an app from the drawer here and move it onto your main screen, oh, there's our solitaire app. It's here, it's fully downloaded. If I want to move this to the home screen, I'm just going to hold down it for 1 second, and then I'm going to drag down, and now it's going to take me to the home screen, and I can find a spot to place it. And I think I want to put it right here. Let it go, and now solitaire is going to live on my home screen right there. Now, if there's something on the home screen that you don't want to be here, you can move it and just remove it from the home screen by just holding down for 1 second and then tapping remove. And that'll move it off of the home screen. It's not going to uninstall it, it's just going to move it from the home screen. Now, if there is an app on the tablet that you don't even want to have on the tablet, you just want to get rid of it. Maybe you say, I really don't want this McAfee security on the tablet. You'll need to first go swipe up and make sure you're in the app drawer, and then long press on the app and then tap on uninstall. And this will actually remove it completely from the tablet. Here it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to uninstall it? Yes, I do. I'm going to press OK. And now it's going to remove it fully off the tablet. Okay. So that brings us to the end of the section on just downloading apps and how to move them. Next, let's go into how to sign into your email accounts. Most people have multiple email accounts, and so I want to show you a few different ways to do that, and then I'll show you how to check emails on the tablet. So there's a Google folder you'll find on the home screen. Tap on that folder and go to Gmail. Now, some of you might say, oh, my email address is not a Gmail, it's AOL or Yahoo. Well, you can sign into other email types on the tablet. It doesn't have to be a Gmail or a Google. At the top here, you're going to see a little icon right next to the search. Tap on that icon and go to add another account, and it'll take you to this screen. Now, some of you, when you went to Gmail, this was the first thing that popped up. So either way, two different ways to get to the same place. Now you want to select the type of email account that you have. So whether it's an Outlook, Hotmail, Live, Yahoo, these are some of the different supported email types on the tablet. If you don't see your email type on screen, you have two options. One option is to tap on Other, and you can simply type in the email type. So for example, jim@aol.com, hit next, and then you can type in the password. Now, sometimes this works and it's smooth, and if it works, great. You'll be able to then check the emails from that account within Gmail, but sometimes it's not going to recognize it. It could be an older email type like an sbcglobal.net, and even if you go through this process, it still won't let you sign in, or it'll ask you for more information. If that happens to you, here is an easy trick to find another app that is compatible with your email type. Hit the home button, go to the Play Store. Let's use our back button here to get to the main screen. Tap on the search. Now, you want to go to right next to the control button is the special characters button. Tap on that button and tap the @ symbol. And then type in the back half of your email address. So I have an sbcglobal.net. So I'm just going to type in the back half of my email address and hit the magnifying glass. And by doing that, it's going to recommend other apps that are compatible with that email type. So for example, this is a Samsung email app that I can download here. Just tap on this and tap the install button. And now I can use this app to sign into my email account. So this is just a plan B in case you're not able to sign into your Gmail or your other email type using the Gmail app. Now, let's go back to Gmail. I just want to show you how to check your emails and kind of how the app works. This is the home screen. This is your inbox. This is where all the emails come through. And you simply are going to tap on an email to read it and swipe up to go through it. And if you'd like to reply to the email, right at the bottom, there is a reply box that you just tap in the box. It'll bring up the keyboard. You can begin to type your reply to the email. I'm just going to type hi. And then you can tap on this button. This is the send button to send off the email. Okay. Now, most times we read through an email and there is nothing we need to respond to. So at the top of the screen here, I can archive this email if it's important and I may want to look at it again later. If I'm never going to read it again, all you need to do is hit the trash can and that will delete the email. Now, if you want to delete multiple emails at one time, just simply tap on the icon next to the email. So just this little G, and I can begin to select multiple emails that I don't even need to open. I already know I'm going to delete these. So I'm just going to go down the list and check them all off. And now I can tap on that trash can and it will delete 15 emails at one time versus one. That's a faster way to just delete emails. Now, if you want to send an email to someone, there's a little pencil you'll see at the bottom here of the inbox. And this is how you basically open up a brand new email. And then first you'll type in the person you want to send the email to, jim@aol.com. Tap on the recipient in the subject, hi, compose email, and then just type your message. And there's sometimes it will recommend a reply, and if you just swipe across, it'll add it. And after you've inputted what you wanted to input, at the top here, you'll have a paper clip you can use to attach pictures or documents to the email. And then you're going to hit this button to send off the email. So that's just a super brief rundown of how to use the Gmail app and some best practices if you have issues with signing into your emails. Next, I want to show you how to add a password on the tablet so you can lock it. If you live with other people, you definitely should put a passcode on the tablet just so you protect yourself, so no one can just pick up your tablet and look through your information. First, we're going to swipe down from the top of the screen and tap on the settings wheel in the upper right corner. From here, you're going to swipe up and go to lock screen, and then tap on screen lock type. And here you have a few different options of how to secure your tablet. You can use a PIN, which will be a 4 to 6 digit number. You can do a password, which is a much stronger level of security. You can do a mix of numbers and letters, or you can do a pattern and simply draw a pattern to unlock the tablet. The easiest one to do is a PIN. And we're gonna just pick a 6-digit number. And for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna make it something simple, but do not use this as your password. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just want something for the sake of demonstration. I'm gonna tap use anyway, hit next. And now I have a passcode on the tablet. If I lock the tablet and then I unlock it, if I swipe to try to unlock the tablet, it's going to ask me to enter a PIN. So that's how you secure the tablet. Now, to make it a bit easier so you don't have to put in the PIN every single time, tap on screen lock type, put your passcode in again, and then tap on face. You can turn on facial recognition, and the tablet will essentially, it'll kind of take an image of your face. And so whenever you use the tablet, just pick it up, hold it up to your face, and then it will unlock using your face. So you don't have to put in your passcode every single time. If you're getting value out of this video, make sure you bump that like button down below. This would be a really easy way of saying thank you for the video, and it'll help to share the video out with more people and help educate more people on using the tablet. Next, I want to go over how to make the text size larger on the tablet. You're going to swipe down from the top of the screen, tap on the settings wheel. From here, we're going to go to display in the left side, and then swipe up and go to font size and style. Here, the first thing you can do is change the font style to something that's bolder. Sometimes that helps with seeing the text a bit better. You have a bold font button that you can hit that will automatically make the text pop a little bit more. And you have a font size dial here that you can toggle left and right to make the text bigger or smaller. So if I drag this to the right, you'll see the text getting larger. This is your preview. If I drag it again, it'll get even bigger. And basically, you want to keep moving this until you find just the right size to help you see the screen the best. If I hit the home button, you'll see the size of all the titles under the apps are larger. If I go to Google Chrome, things will be a bit bigger as well. Now in Chrome, it's a little unique. You can actually pinch to zoom in and out. So that's another way of just making some things a bit bigger and seeing things better. And we'll go back to the settings again. And I'm going to take this back down. So play around with this until you find just the right size. Some like the tiles smaller, some like them larger. And this is just how you control it. All right. Next, let's go over how to use the camera app. Right on the home screen here, you'll have the camera. We're going to open it up. Right now it's on the front facing camera, and you just tap the white button to snap a picture. And if I want to switch to the rear camera, I'm going to tap on this icon. This will rotate the camera. And obviously the tablet is pointing down, so there's nothing to see. If I hold this up here, now I can begin taking pictures using the rear camera. If you want to swipe through the different settings, right now I'm on photo, I can tap on the video to record a video, and notice the button changes. If I tap on the red button, it'll start recording and you'll see it counting up. You can pause the video or stop it right here. If you tap on more, you'll have a few other settings. There's a cool food mode for getting really nice pictures of your food. There is a night mode and a hyperlapse as well. Tap on the back button to go back to the main setting. You can turn on location and it will sort your photos by location. When is this helpful? Well, let's say you go on a trip to Hawaii, it will make a folder that has all your pictures from Hawaii without you having to do anything. And then let's say you take pictures in another city, it will group all the pictures based on where you took them. It's just another really easy way to organize your photos. Now, once you take a picture, if you want to see where the picture is saved, you're going to hit the home button and go to your gallery. And here, this is where all the pictures are going to be saved that have been taken on the tablet. This was our first picture using the front-facing camera. And in the upper right here, you have a few options here. You have a heart that will favorite the picture. And when you start favoriting pictures, it'll create a favorites folder and make it easy for you to get to all your favorite pictures in one shot. If you tap on the pencil here, this will allow you to edit the picture. If you drag from the corners, you can actually crop down the picture. You can also access a bunch of other tools. This one in particular is the most frequently used. You can draw on the picture by tapping on the pencil, picking the color you want, and then drawing. You can add text. You can also add stickers right here. So you have all these different tools to edit the photo. Once you're done, you can either hit save to save all your changes or hit revert to go back to the original picture. So that's a brief rundown of just taking pictures and then where you find those pictures after you take them. In the video today, learn how to run up to 3 apps at one time, learn how to turn this cool tablet into a computer, and much, much more. Let's go ahead and get started. First, you want to start with deciding what apps you want to have open on your screen simultaneous. Now, I want to have my YouTube app open, so I'm going to go to YouTube, open that one up here. Next, I want to have Google Chrome open as well. Now, you notice I have Chrome at the bottom of my screen here. So if I hold down on Chrome really quickly and I drag it up, I can add it to the screen just like this. Hold and drag it up. It's going to throw my Chrome on the right side here. Now, I can pick a video and just start playing it while this is open, which is great. So right now I have this video open here, and here I have my web browser. I can go to Amazon right now and I could be browsing Amazon while my video is playing on the left side right here. Now, what if we want to throw a third thing on screen? Maybe I want to have my Samsung Notes on the screen as well. I've got my Samsung Notes app right here. I'm just going to hold and then drag it up like this. And now it's going to add my Notes app right here. Now I have 3 things on screen at one time. I'm watching my YouTube video, I'm scrolling through Amazon on this side, and here I can start a note app and I can keep track of the things that I'm shopping for on Amazon right here. So pretty cool. Now this is also supported in the portrait and the landscape mode as well, which means I can take the tablet and I can rotate it. And it just takes a few seconds to turn. And now I can also have it the same way. Still have my video up here, my Amazon here, and my notes here. Now the layout is not as nice when you're in the portrait mode, so you may want to change it around. So if you tap on the 3 dots in the center here, you can change the order of how the apps show. You see, so now my Amazon's at the bottom, my notes are at the top, and then my YouTube video is still playing here, just like that. So you can play around with this button here just by tapping to change the order of how the apps show. Now, there actually is one more way to even add another app. It's kind of crazy. We can actually throw 4 apps on screen if we wanted to. Maybe you want to throw your calculator on screen. To do that, there's this little edge here. You see this little indent on the side here. This is called your app edge. And by swiping over on the app edge, it's going to give you a list of shortcut apps that you can interact with. So I could actually hold down on my calculator, and I could also drag that on screen as well. And I can have it open as a pop-up. So now I have my pop-up calculator that I can use, and I can drag from the corners as well to make it bigger or smaller. Maybe just want it to be a little bit smaller, just like this. And I can have this floating on the screen as well. And I could be adding in calculations while I'm trying to see if I have enough money to buy what I have on the Amazon app here. So a lot going on at one time. Now with this little pop-up here, if I tap on the little, there's a little bar at the top here. If I tap on this 4th option here, and this will shrink it down into a little pop-up app, a little bubble here. And I can go back to that calculator later when I need to run calculations, but it's nice to have it on screen to be able to use it whenever. So that's a little rundown of how to multitask, how to run 3 apps and even 4 apps at one time on your screen. When you're all done, you can simply drag. So go to those 3 dots there and just drag down. That'll take you out of the 3 apps to 2. And then now I'm going to drag to the left here, and that'll take me back into just 1 app on the screen at one time. Whoa, I know I just showed you guys a lot right now. If you got value out of that first tip, make sure you bump that like button down below. Let's go ahead and move into our next tip. So I talked about that app edge briefly, and I want to show you more about this. On the right side of your screen, you'll see that little dash. And again, this is to bring up your app edge and bring up these shortcut apps that allow you to just interact with the apps you use the most on the tablet. Now, if you tap on this little pencil here, you can customize this to the apps that you want to have access to as a shortcut. Maybe you say, I'm probably not going to use the Samsung Notes. So you tap on that little dash. There's a little red dash in the corner, and that's how you get rid of apps that are currently on there. And you know what? Maybe you say, I'm a shopping addict. I want my Amazon front and center. You can add that there. You can go through this list here and decide what other apps you would like to have access to quickly. Maybe even the Samsung TV app where you can watch TV shows for free. When you're done, you're simply going to just hit the home button. And now when you swipe over, you'll have different apps that show up. Now, another cool thing to kind of tie back into what we just talked about, having the 2 apps on screen or the 3, you can save that as an app pair. So if you want to look at those 3 things later, you don't have to do all the work of adding them on screen. You can just tap just like this, and it will bring up that pair. Now that was a pair that was already there, and that is YouTube on one side and the Samsung browser on the right side. But let's do this. I'm going to open up YouTube again, and let's add all 3 of those apps, and I want to show you how to save it as an app pair. So you've got all those apps on screen right now. I'm going to hit So you have all those apps on screen right now. I'm going to go ahead and tap on my Chrome. Remember, you're going to hold it just for 1 second, hold, and then drag it up, and that'll add it to the screen. And then with my Samsung Notes, I'm going to hold and then bring it up on the screen just like that. I've got all 3 of my apps on screen again. And I'm going to tap now on these 3 dots in the center. And if I tap on the star, this will save it as an app pair. And here you can decide, where do you want it to save the pair? Do you want it to save on the taskbar, which is at the bottom here? Do you want to save it on the home screen? Or do you just want to save it in your app edge panel? And let me show you what that looks like. If you notice, there was a pop-up here and it added it. So now if I hit the home button, and everything goes away, if I swipe over, I now have it as a pair that I can tap and bring up those 3 apps on screen just the way I had it before. So that's a really cool way of just saving that pair so you can use it and interact with it later. I showed you what happens when you tap on the pencil. It obviously lets you customize the menu. If you tap on this button here, it's a shortcut that takes you to your app drawer and it shows you all the apps on screen. So that's a really easy way just to get to all the apps. You can also just swipe up on the home screen. This will also take you to all the apps that are saved on the tablet as well. Okay, next I want to show you how to share large files that are on your tablet to another tablet, another phone or computer. There is a setting called Quick Share. And with Quick Share, you can share either a large file or hundreds of files at one time. To do this, let's find a file that we would like to share. So right now I have this folder here that has screenshots, and I'm gonna hold down on just one file here, and I'm gonna go up to all. Okay, I've selected 255 files right now. That's a lot of files. And let's say I want to share these files to my computer because they're important. Maybe I downloaded them from the internet and now I want them to be on my home computer. I'm going to tap on the share button at the bottom of the screen and give it a couple of seconds. You'll see this pop up and you'll want to tap on the quick share button, this little blue button with the arrows. Press OK. We're next going to tap on QR code or link. And by tapping this, it's going to give us a shareable link that we can now copy. And now we can send that link to our desktop. So for example, I could just send it as an email or a text message. I'm just going to send this link to myself. And then when I open that link, it's going to allow me to access all the files that are in that folder. Those 255 files will now be able to go to your computer, your phone, or another tablet, and you'll be able to access those files. You can download them and begin to interact with them. I'm going to go to the internet. I just want to show you what it looks like when you open up that link. We're going to just hold. And if you'll notice, whenever you copy a link or anything on your tablet, it's going to show up in your clipboard, and right here it's a shortcut, so I can just simply tap to paste it in and press go. And here, this is the folder right here and all the files. And this is what someone's going to see on the other end when you send them that link. So this is great if you go to an event and you take a bunch of pictures and now you want to share it out with friends and family. You can easily just use Quick Share to gather all those pictures at one time and to send it out as a link, and anyone can download them. Now, the one catch is that this link does expire. Right here it says link will expire in 2 days and 11 hours. So you only have a certain amount of time to download those files before it expires and all those files leave the cloud. Okay, so just make sure you let people know when you send it that, hey, this link is going to expire, so go ahead and download the pictures before it expires. All right. If you got value out of that tip, make sure you bump that like button down below. Next, I want to show you how to turn your A9 tablet into a full desktop, or very close to a full desktop. So there's a few things you want to do. First, I want to show you how to link a Bluetooth mouse so you can use that to interact with it instead of having to use the touchscreen. So we're going to swipe down from the top of the screen. You'll see a Bluetooth button. Just simply put your finger on it and hold for 1 second. This will bring up the Bluetooth menu. And I have this Bluetooth mouse here. I'll also link a Bluetooth mouse on screen here that you can use with your tablet. So now that we're in the menu, I'm going to put my mouse in pairing mode so that the tablet can see it and it can link together. And for this mouse to pair it, you simply just hold on the left and right buttons for 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if the mouse doesn't show up right away, a really easy trick is simply turn off Bluetooth and turn it back on, and that'll make it begin to look again for new devices. And here's our mouse, Bluetooth 4.0 mouse. We'll tap on here, tap on pair. We give it just a few seconds to make the connection. And now our mouse is linked. I can control the tablet right from my mouse. I can open up apps. You can obviously go to the settings to control the mouse speed as well. But now I can run the whole thing off of a mouse. Now you're going to repeat the same process for a Bluetooth keyboard, and I'll also link one on screen right here as well. But you can link a Bluetooth keyboard right to your tablet. So now you've got your keyboard, you got your mouse, and all you need now is a stand to put your tablet on. You can begin to interact with it just like it's a desktop. Now, the next thing you'll want to do is go to Google Chrome, and there's a setting that you want to change. So in the upper right corner, if you go to the three dots right next to the 2 here, the 3 dots here, and you want to go down to desktop site, and you want to enable desktop site. Now, when you enable this, whenever you go to a website, it's not going to show you the mobile version of the website. It's going to show you the full desktop version, which is what you would see on a computer. And that also will give you more of a desktop feel, because now you're not looking at mobile websites. You're looking at full websites that have all the information shown. And the very last thing you'll want to do is swipe down from the top of the screen, swipe down again, and look for Dex, and tap on Dex. Now, Dex is a desktop version of Android, so it actually makes the screen look more like a computer than a tablet, and it just will be more computer friendly. So again, this is much better if you have that keyboard and the mouse. It's going to give you that desktop feel for just searching the web and using your files. So now that Dex is enabled, you'll see that the layout of the screen looks a lot different, because again, it's trying to give you more of a desktop feel than a tablet feel. All right, now to turn this off, it's super easy. You swipe down from the top of the screen, swipe down again, and just tap on Dex. And once you turn it off, you'll notice the layout is going to look different. You don't have those apps at the bottom of the screen. All right, so that's a little quick rundown of how to turn your A9 into a full desktop. There are also some really cool cases you can get that have a built-in stand. I'll link a great case option up here. That's a nice stand for the A9 as well. Okay, next I want to show you how to create different users for the tablet. So you can actually turn this into a shared tablet. So if you have multiple kids, you can set up different full partitions so that each kid has their favorite apps, their favorite games, or their learning programs just for them, and it will be separate from everyone else. So by swiping down from the top of the screen, swiping down again, at the top of the screen, you'll see this little icon, this little yellow icon. If you tap on that icon, it's going to take you to what's called Select User. Now you have the owner of the tablet, which is the person who set it up. You have a guest mode, which is great for someone who's going to use the tablet for a short period of time. Putting the tablet in guest mode will actually separate out all of your pictures or files, so they won't have access to any of your information. It'll just be access to just the basic apps, but no files. And then the thing we want to really get to is add a user. By adding a user, we can now partition the tablet so that this section is just going to be for little Joe. So we're going to type in Joe, hit done. It's going to add a new user. Next, I want to show you a really cool app you can download that's called Standby. Go to the Play Store, do a search for Standby mode. And this is a really cool app that will give you a nice screensaver to keep on your screen when you're not using the tablet. You might have it propped up on a tablet stand, and you might have it charging. And this is a great app to download. Let me show you what it looks like. So here's the app here, and there's all these really cool clock layouts that you can customize. So when your tablet is sitting on the stand, you can have it show the time. And this is another tile that lets you toggle through different quotes. And there's all kind of fun stuff you can do in here. It's just a nice, clean aesthetic to just have on screen when you're not using your tablet. So definitely check this out. It's a free app. They do have a paid version that will unlock some other really fun features, but even the free version allowed me to do this. So definitely a nice little trick. Definitely encourage you to download that. Okay, next I want to show you how to access the assistant on your tablet. By holding down on the home screen for 1 second, this will launch the assistant. And you can also enable the Gemini assistant by just tapping try now. And this will kind of give you even more functionality than you normally would get with the regular Google Assistant. So you can use the Google Assistant or try the Gemini Assistant for even more functionality. If we hit switch, this will unlock it. Now, one small disclaimer, I know that at some point they do want to charge for this, so if you really start to like it, just know that down the road they do plan to add a subscription to it as well. But anyway, the cool thing is you can ask your assistant to do a lot of cool things, from basic things like, hey, set a calendar appointment for next Thursday to have lunch with this person, or you can say set a timer for 10 minutes or set my alarm tomorrow for 8 a.m. You can also ask it more complex things, tap on the microphone and then start talking, or you can type what you want to ask it like this. Can you write an email to my company asking them to give me a raise? And please make it kind and professional, but stress that I've worked here for 4 years, that I'm an integral part of the company, and I think I deserve a higher wage.
Subject: request for salary review. Dear manager name, I am writing to respectfully request a review of my current salary. I have been a
So pretty
dedicated
cool.
member of the department name team for the past.
There you go. So pretty cool. It'll write a full email for you and kind of give you a template that you can use to send to your company. And once you read through it, you might like it, or you might say, this is great, but hey, I want the increase to be bigger. Or you can basically just ask it to make modifications, and then it will adjust what it has. You can keep tweaking it till you get it right. After that, you simply hold down and you can copy the text, and you can share it out to Google Doc or to write to your email and send it right to your company. So you can do all kind of cool stuff like this. You can also ask it really interesting questions like, can you explain the process for me to plant an orange tree in my backyard? That's kind of funny. Can you explain the process for me to plant an orange tree in my backyard?
1. Choose the right spot. Sun. Orange trees need at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day. Soil. Well-drained soil.
There you go. And so this will actually walk you through the entire process of how to plant a tree step by step. And you could even go in and ask it for follow-up, like, can you recommend a store to get the right seeds and all the materials that I'll need? Hey, can you create a material list for me? Can you give me a ballpark of what it would cost to do this? And it will do all that for you. So this is a really cool built-in feature of your tablet. And man, AI is the future, and just being able to harness all the information that is in this system to just learn new things. So definitely check out that. Today I want to show you how to take a screenshot on your Samsung Galaxy Tab A9, and I want to show you how to print. We're going to show you how to print that screenshot, how to print a web page, and also how to print an email as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing is, taking a screenshot is super easy. You're going to hold down on the power button and the volume down button for 1 second, and it will snap a picture of the screen just like this. Power, volume down, press, let it go, and you'll see the screen flash just like that. Let me show you one more time. Power, volume down, press, let it go. And if you tap on the little circle at the bottom here, it will allow you to then edit that screenshot right after it went away. So let me try one more time. Power, volume down. There we go. Let's tap there. I'm going to tap on gallery and tap always. And basically that's the app we're going to use to edit the picture. This is the screenshot that we just took. And I'm going to tap on this little pencil in the upper right corner. And from here, it's going to give me a couple of options. With this first option, I can just simply crop down. So every corner has a little edge, a little like a L edge. And if you just drag from that corner, you can crop down the image. And then I can access other tools here. So I can add a filter. I can change the, make additional tweaks to the color. And this fourth option here is going to allow you to access a little pen tool that you can use to circle and highlight things. The highlighter is here, or the eraser is here. Highlighter. You can tap on text, and I can actually type text in. If I wanted to just add something here and change the color of it to this. So you'll have all these on-screen tools that you can use to make modifications, and then I can just go ahead and drag that there. And when you're done, you can come to the top here and just simply hit save, and that's going to lock in any changes that you made. So that's how you take a screenshot, and that's how you edit it afterward. Now, let's talk about where is it going to save that screenshot on the tablet, and how would I print it? So I'm going to go to the Gallery app, which should be on your home screen. And in the Gallery app, you have a few different views here. This is the Today view. This will show you every screenshot you've taken along with other pictures or what you've downloaded. If you tap on this menu button in the upper left corner, you can jump from pictures to albums, and it'll actually sort your pictures by album. So I have a recent folder that has just all the pictures I've taken. I have favorites. All my screenshots are here. Downloaded photos are here. So everything is sort of organized nice and neat. I'm going to go to my screenshot folder and then tap on that last screenshot that I made some edits to. And now I want to print it. If you go to the upper right corner, there's 3 dots. You're going to tap on those 3 dots to access the menu and go down to print. Now, to print, you will need a Wi-Fi compatible printer, and I will link one on screen right here. This is the one that I'm currently using. Love Epson. They make great printers. So you will need a Wi-Fi compatible printer. It needs to be set up. It needs to be turned on, and your tablet needs to also be on Wi-Fi. So if I swipe down from the top of the screen, I can see right here my Wi-Fi is turned on, and I'm connected to Wi-Fi. All right. So Wi-Fi turned on, connected. Next, I'm going to tap on Select Printer. And here, this is my Epson printer. And I'm going to select it. And now, I can make some additional adjustments. For example, if I want to print multiple copies of this, I can tap the number here, and I can change it to change the number of copies. Can also change if you want it to be in color or black and white, the orientation. So you can tweak your print settings and then tap on this little button here to send it to the printer. So that's how you print your screenshot after you take it. Now, next, let's go over how to print an email. We're going to go to our Gmail app. Let's just select any email. I'm going to print this one here. I'm going to go to the upper right corner and tap on those 3 dots again. Come down to print, and it'll bring up the same options on screen. I'm going to select the printer, my Epson, and then sometimes it will take a few seconds for it to load on screen, depending on how many pages are in the email, so just be patient with it. And here we go. Now our print button is here, and we can just simply tap on that to send it to the printer. And lastly, let's go over how to print a web page. So let's go to Google Chrome, and I'm going to go to Amazon.com. And let's go to a product, and let's say you want to print the product page. So here we have some earbuds. And if I want to print these, I'm going to go to the upper right corner, tap on those 3 dots here. And you'll notice there is no print button. So on Google Chrome, you actually have to go to Share first, and then you'll have the print button right here. Tap on Print. Now, you're going to select the printer, Epson. And if you notice, again, it's not loading the preview yet. Sometimes this happens. So a little trick to get it to load the image faster, tap where it says the printer and switch to Save as a PDF. And this will make the preview show up faster. You'll notice this is a 10-page website here. So that's why it's taking longer to load. Now I'm going to tap where it says Save as PDF and go back to the printer. And now I'm ready to print. Now, one important note here is you may not want to print all 10 pages. Maybe you only want to print the first page that has the picture of the product. Well, you simply want to uncheck all the other pages. There's little checks in the corners. And this will allow you to just tell the printer, hey, I only want this page and not that page. So we went from printing 10 pages down to 1. And we'll tap on our print button here, and that'll send it to the printer. Welcome back to the video. I'm your tech guy, Wayne, and today I want to show you how to install a memory card on your Samsung Galaxy Tab A9. And I'm also going to show you some other really good tweaks you'll want to make after you install it. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, the memory card slot can be found at the bottom of the tablet. You'll want to find the little pins, the golden pins. That's how you know where the bottom of the tablet is. And to the right of the golden pins is where you'll find the memory card tray. Now, in the box of your phone, you will find a SIM card tool that looks like this. And this makes it really easy to pop out the tray that you'll put the memory card in. If you don't have this, no problem. Go ahead and find a paper clip, bend it back, and you can use the tip to pop out the tray. You'll insert it just like this and give it one good push. Not like that. Give it one good push. The tray will pop out. There we go. And you can see the top is where you'll find the SIM card for your cellular service. Take the memory card and just put it right into the slot. It took a while to really get the memory card flat and even, but we should be good now. And we're just going to slide it right back in. There we go. One note I want to add is don't buy cheap memory cards. Buy quality memory cards. And how do you know if it's quality? Well, go with name brands like Samsung, PNY, SanDisk, Seagate. These are all companies who have been making memory cards for a long time, and they're very trusted. I'll link one on screen right here just as an option. But yeah, buy quality memory cards because obviously you don't want to lose all your data if the memory card craps out one day. Okay. We're going to swipe down from the top of the screen here. And when you insert a memory card, you should get a pop-up that says SD card inserted. That's how you confirm that the tablet is actually reading the memory card. I'm going to tap open. You can look at all the current files that are on that memory card. Now, this is an older memory card that I've used on other devices, so I already have a lot of files that are on it. So I can just look at them by going through the different categories, images, videos, documents, things like that. This is also showing me that on this SD card, I have 71 gigs used of the 128. So I have about 57 gigs available to use right now. Now, if you want more information, then this is what you should do. You should tap on the settings wheel at the bottom of the screen here, and you go to settings, and you want to go to device care. And in device care, if you go to storage, you're going to swipe to the left in the top where it says internal storage. This will take you to your SD card and it will show you the breakdown. So my memory card right now has 22 gigs of photos, a small amount of documents, 14 gigs of video, and some audio files. So this is how I can see the breakdown of how much is being used. Currently, 55% of the storage is already taken up, but that's totally fine. And then here I can actually go through and it will help me delete files off the card if I want to clear out more space. So that's how you just diagnose the memory card to see what's on there. A lot of you guys are using a fresh memory card that has nothing on it, so this won't apply now, but it'll apply later. Now, the next thing we want to do, we want to go to the camera, and the first time you go to the camera after installing the memory card, you'll see this pop-up that says change storage location to SD card. By changing this, now every time we take a picture or a video or a screenshot, it's going to automatically save it to our new memory card, not the internal storage. You definitely want to do this because this will free up your internal space. When your internal storage, which means the tablet storage, when this fills up, the tablet starts to run slow and it's really hard to use. That's why the memory card is so beneficial. So now that that tweak is done, if we ever take a picture, it's going to save right to the memory card. I'm going to snap a picture right now. We'll snap a couple. Let's hit the home button and go to our gallery. And what you'll see now is I have this new folder that was just created. This is a camera folder. And right in the bottom left corner, you'll see this little memory card icon. And that's showing you that this is where all the pictures are being saved. They're being saved to the memory card. So this is exactly what we wanted to happen. We wanted all our files to go to the memory card. And that's how we are just confirming that they're being saved to the right place. Okay. Now, another important thing you can do with your memory card is you can back up all of the data on your tablet to the memory card. This is a great maintenance piece. So if you go to the settings and you go up to general management, from here you want to swipe up And at the bottom, you're going to tap on transfer data for device setup. Go to more, go to continue, and more, allow. This will take you to the Samsung Smart Switch app, which will allow you to actually back up all of your data to the memory card. Now, this is a great exercise, especially if you end up upgrading this tablet one day to a newer Samsung tablet. All you have to do is back up the data to your memory card by tapping on this icon here. One, it's going to put a copy of whatever is on your tablet on the memory card, which makes it easy for transfer. You can also use this if you just want to back up your data once a month to a memory card, just so if something happens to your tablet, you always have a backup of all your files. I'm going to tap on SD card. Next, it's asking me, what do I want to back up? And you can decide, do I want to back up everything on the tablet, or do I just want to back up, for example, my calls, my contacts, my messages, or do I want to do a custom backup and select certain things to back up versus everything? I would just say do everything, hit next, press OK, and now it's going to begin to back up all your data to that memory card. So this is just another useful exercise you can do with the memory card to help make sure all your files are backed up and kept safe in the event of an emergency. Today I want to show you how to soft reset your Samsung Galaxy Tab A9 if the screen is freezing or the touchscreen is not working properly. You want to hold down on your power button and your volume down button until the screen turns off, and it'll automatically kick back on. Let me show you. So I'm going to put my finger on the power button and on the volume down button, and I'm going to hold them at the same time again until the screen goes off. Let's give it a shot. 1, 2, 3, hold. You'll see a pop-up on the screen. It's going to look like this. You continue to hold the buttons, and about 5 more seconds after, you'll see the screen go off completely. Give it a couple of seconds to pop back on, and you're good to go. Now, if the touchscreen was glitching or you had an app that wasn't working properly that won't let you get to the controls, this usually will fix it. However, if you have physical damage on your screen, if your screen is cracked or again, there's some type of physical issue with the screen, this may not work, but this is the first thing I would try. If this doesn't work, find a local cell phone repair shop, bring in your tablet and have them take a look. And usually they can diagnose the screen to see if they can repair it, or obviously if the issue is tied to the screen, okay? You can also go to Samsung.com and connect to their web support, and there they can help you out. If you're within 1 year, they could help you if there is a defect with the tablet, okay? How to reset your Samsung Galaxy Tab A9 back to factory settings. First thing you'll need to do is go to the settings, swipe up to accounts and backup. And from here, you need to go to manage accounts, and you want to remove all the Google accounts that are currently on the phone. If you don't remove all the Google accounts, you're going to have issues later when it comes to trying to set up the tablet again. So you have to remove all the Google accounts. You should also remove the Samsung account as well. Next, we're going to swipe up some more, and we're going to go to General Management. From here, swipe up, go to Reset, swipe up, and you'll want to tap on Factory Data Reset. Now, one important thing I want to point out before you do that, you do have some options here to back up your data. There's a temporary cloud backup, and there is an external storage backup. So if you haven't already backed up your data, consider doing one of these two options to save your information before you reset, because you won't be able to get it after we finish the reset. Once that's done, we're going to tap on Factory Data Reset, swipe up, tap on Reset, and then tap Delete All. Now, we'll ask you to enter the password for your Samsung account, so you'll need to do that first before you can move forward. And that's it. Once you put that password in, it will begin the factory reset, which can take anywhere from a minute to 5 minutes. It's going to first erase all of your data from the tablet, and then it will set it up back to the factory settings. So at this point, you don't want to touch it. You don't want to do anything. It is good to plug it into power if you're next to an outlet. If you're over 30%, you should be fine. But just let it perform the backup and the reset, and then you'll be good to go. The last screen you'll see will say welcome, and then it will ask you to select the language. All right. Hope you guys found this helpful. If it was, hit that like button down below. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. Take care, and as always, have a good one.